Good morning. At approximately 8:20 this morning, Frederick Police and our partner law enforcement agencies received a call for an active shooter in the Riverside Tech Park on Progress Drive in the city of Frederick. Upon arrival at the scene, they found two adult males had been shot. Both males were in critical condition. They were flown by helicopter to Baltimore shock trauma. Shortly after that, we received information that the shooter, a 38-year-old male, traveled to the Fort Detrick military base. As our officers and our partner agencies began responding there, we were given notice that personnel on the base had shot the suspect and he was down. When we arrived at that scene, life-saving efforts were in progress, and we were notified shortly thereafter that the shooter was reported dead. At this time, the last update we have is that both of our victims are in critical condition at Baltimore shock trauma. We just wanted to thank all of the law enforcement agencies, Frederick County Sheriffs, the Maryland State Police, the FBI, and the Frederick County Fire and Rescue, and their representatives are all standing behind me. They all came out immediately, and they're all assisting in the investigation. As you can imagine, this is a very active scene right now. We have two different scenes. All I can tell you is that we have confirmed there is only one shooter. The public is no longer at risk. Everyone is safe. No officers were injured, and there were no other injuries to bystanders other than the two victims that I first told you about. So at this time, there's no further cause for alarm in the Frederick community. And with that, we'll open it up for limited questions. I'm sorry, Mayor O'Connor is going to speak, and then we'll open it up for limited questions. So let me turn it over to Mayor O'Connor, please.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate everybody coming out today. This is certainly not the way any of us expected our Tuesday to begin. I just want to send the city's wishes to the families of the victims in the hopes for quick recoveries. There's a lot of, as the Chief said, collaboration and cooperation in a situation like this with the agencies behind us. Sheriff's Office, State Police, the FBI, Frederick County Fire and Rescue, our police department. I just want to compliment the representatives from each of those agencies for their quick response to get this situation quickly under control with Fort Detrick as well, to assure that the community is safe. We have great working relationships between our law enforcement partners here in Frederick County. We're very proud of that, and it demonstrated itself today in a situation that no community wants to be at the center of attention for. So I just want to say thank you to the men and women of the agencies represented here today, and to thank them. Thank you all.
Hey, this gentleman right here.
Thank you. Is the individual who was shot and killed after shooting over here an employee or military personnel at Fort Detrick, and do you know anything about the relationship between him and the people who shot?
So thank you for the question. So right now, as I said, it's a very active scene. It's a very ongoing investigation. It would be premature for us to comment as to any relationships right now, and so that's something that we'll have updates for you later. We are going to have a 2:30 follow-up briefing. That is something that we would very much like to know, and our detectives are working on that right now.
Can you confirm this is an active duty military, the shooter was active duty?
We can't confirm that right now. We have information that we're following up on regarding that, but we can't confirm that.
Shooting on
Fox 5.
One of the individual shots went into the paving. Where did the actual shooting happen? Was it on the street? Where did this all begin?
There's a kind of a row of businesses inside the tech park. park there. It occurred at one of those businesses, and that's all we can really tell you at this time.
Like these people knew each other.
At this time, these are all things that, trust me, we want to know as much as you do, if not more, and that's something we're working on now. Hopefully, we'll be able to give you some more information at our afternoon briefing.
Did he actually enter the base?
Did the base know that the shooter was on the way there?
Again, all of the information I gave you in my initial statement is all that we are able to release at this time. And I know you want more information. Please I would ask you to give us a few hours to work on those details.
Chief, what are the genders of the people who are injured?
Everyone they're all adult males, the shooter and both victims.
And the name of the business, Chief?
This time, all we can release is that it's in the Riverside Tech Park.
Could I just ask you to, Chief, when you hear about something like this happening in your community, what is the emotion that you feel right now? How are you feeling about what happened today?
It's terrible. It's unfortunate. It's very tragic. It's happening too frequently. Every time we turn on the TV, we're seeing something like this happen, and now it's happening in our backyard. So no one wants to see this type of thing. The most important thing that we want to reassure the community right now is that there's no further threat to the Frederick City and Frederick County residents.
And Chief, did the shooter actually make it onto the base, or was he stopped before he got to the base?
I believe he made it on.
Did you say why you believe this gentleman went to the base? Was he there to continue a crime spree, or was that home base for him?
I can't comment. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. We just don't have that information right now.
Can you give us any information about...
That personnel on the military base, and I couldn't tell you exactly who or what agency, but it was personnel on the base. It was not Frederick Police or Frederick County Sheriffs.
Chief, can you give us information about the weapon that was used, or was it more than one weapon?
We don't have that information at this time. It's not available to be released.
You said the shootings took place outside or within a business?
I can tell you that the shooter went into a business, and we know that some people fled from the business, but I'm not sure at this time where exactly the shooting took place, if it was inside or outside. All right, 2:30. If you want to get with Alan, we'll pick another location. I don't know if it's going to be here, if we're going to change up the location, but 2:30 will be the next briefing.
Where is the base from here? How long would it have taken him to arrive?
About how far is the base from here?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It's about. He drove there.
And Chief, what Detrick is saying that this did involve sailors. Are you able to confirm that?
You know, I've been at this scene, and I haven't had a chance to connect with Fort Detrick personnel yet. All right. Thank.
Are you planning on having the scene kind of locked off right now and shut down?
As long as it takes detectives to process it. We just want to make sure that we collect all the evidence possible. So I would just ask, if you could respect the investigators and not try and go up into the scene. Right now it's very active, and we want to make sure we collect all the evidence that's out there. We don't want anyone kind of trying to work their way into the scene. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief.